Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Growfold, and today we will be big box store plant shopping at the West Plano Lowe's. It is a beautiful Tuesday morning when I film this, and it is my day off. I have been working endlessly for the last couple of days, but I will be off for the next 2 days. So I'm going to take you alongside with me as I go big box store plant shopping to see if there are any plants from Costa Farms or any plants that we can make as Christmas presents. Can you believe that in just less than a week that we're going to actually have Christmas? I hope you guys have had an amazing holiday season. So come along with me as I go big box store plant shopping. I will be filming throughout the day, so hopefully you guys will stay tuned for some of my newer content. And if you haven't already, go ahead and press the thumbs up right now, like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself, and it helps me out a ton. So I will see you guys there. Let's go ahead and do a detailed walkthrough at one of my favorite Lowe's locations to shop at in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. All right, let's do this. And here we are. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at Growfold, and we are going to be going big box store plant shopping at the Lowe's out here in West Plano, Texas. It is a windy, gloomy morning, but you know what? We are going to bring the sunshine when we see all of these beautiful house plants. I am really looking forward to seeing some new Costa Farms, trending tropical plants, live trends design plants, as well as urban jungle plants. This is one of my favorite Lowe's locations because it does have a massive selection. Every time I go big box store plant shopping, you can see that the fall season has come around. You can see that the leaves are turning different colors. As always, plant foldies, please press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I would love for our community to continue to grow. And for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers plant foldies. Welcome. My name is Richie, and I do daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. Also, if you get a chance, follow my Instagram page at Growfolds. If you have an Instagram page, that is the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me if you have any questions about the plant, or if you just want a new friend to talk about plants, that is me. So follow my Instagram page at Growfolds. I'd love to connect as well. We've got some plant foldies out there already on the Instagram page where I post often. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, we are still in the full swing of the Christmas season. A lot of the Christmas trees, a lot of the Christmas decorations are now going on clearance or on sale for like 50% off. So this is the time if you just want to go put in some more Christmas decorations. Can you believe that Christmas is literally a week from today, 7 days from now, and it will be Christmas Eve. I hope everybody has had an amazing holiday season. For me, it has been a very hectic, somewhat stressful. I mean, I guess stressful is somewhat downplaying it, but it has been quite a busy holiday season for me. So I do apologize for anybody that has been watching my channel for quite some time if I haven't been as consistent with my daily 1-hour plant shopping videos. These videos do take quite a bit of time and effort, but I enjoy making this content because if it does bring you joy, then I am super happy to provide, plant content that you can enjoy. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just show you a little bit of a walkthrough here. We're going to go in the outdoor garden section and then quickly go back inside. I wanted to show you some planters beforehand and just some more seasonal garden plants. But as you can see right here, look at all of these gorgeous plants that we have at this Lowe's location. Super full. And you already know this particular Lowe's location I like because it's got its own little greenhouse effect. There is these tall ceilings, tall windows, windows that give it lots of bright light. You can see that a lot of the Lowe's locations have actually gotten a new Costa Farms plants restock. So we're going to go see what kind of plants Costa Farms has released in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm going to go ahead and showcase this beautiful neon pothos right here. Costa Farms has some amazing hanging basket plants, very budget friendly, cost effective house plants. This one is for $20.98 in an 8-inch planter. You get a nice lush and full neon pothos. That is my favorite pothos plant to grow just because of the color. And then also pothos plants, I would recommend this as a beginner friendly plant. I say this in all of my videos, but I truly believe in this because if you're looking for a plant that's going to perform in terms of growth, it's pretty pest resistant, you can propagate it easily, therefore you can actually get some free plants, which is the best kind of plant, then you need to go ahead and go through with the pothos plant. As far as this golden pothos, this is the classic house plant. Some people will overlook it, but I love the fact that you can actually utilize golden pothos as more of a decorative option as well, because if you let it trail, you can let it cascade off bookshelves or shelves in general. Really nice look. And then you'll see over here we've got some more Costa Farms plants in 10-inch planters, and I'm going to go ahead and spin around here and show you some more of the hanging baskets. It looks like they've gotten an overage of hanging basket plants, and take a look at this. This is a Hydra Helix Bettina ivy. I've never seen the Bettina ivy actually have curls, so I'm not 100% sure if that's like the mature version of a Hedera Helix Bettina. I love the the variegation of this English ivy. Y'all already know English ivy is a bit challenging to grow indoors because it is so spider mite prone, but I'll tell you, my English ivy that are growing outdoors, some of it actually started to trail down its planter and it started to attach itself to the ground. So it's a very invasive plant. I would not recommend putting it in your landscape because it is pretty resistant as well. Now over here, pearls and jade pothos. Now this is a little bit more uncommon to find in an 8-inch hanging basket. Again, this is provided by Costa Farms. This is $20.98. Shout out to Costa Farms. If you haven't done your shopping, they do offer plants that you can buy on their website, www.costafarms.com. Definitely check out some of their new releases. I am really in the search for the anthurium hybrids that they have released for trending tropicals, as well as a variegated pink Musa banana tree. So I am looking for that, but for now I am actually happy to see this Indapsus trubeii Moonlight for only $13.98 in a 6-inch planter. And take a look at this Hydra Helix. This one is the correct way to say it is Hedera Helix Florida ivy. This is a beautiful ivy. If you really look at the leaf shape, it's got a little bit more of a sharper leaf shape. Beautiful plant. I love English ivy in a sense that it does remind me of Japanese maple leaves or maple leaves in general. And for those that don't know, I actually like landscaping and gardening as well. Outdoor gardening is also my niche. I would even say that outdoor gardening as a kid was really where I started growing plants. I got a lot of my plant influence to just be interested in growing plants because of my Lola Belen, or my grandmother Belen. She is the one who taught me how to take care of plants. And you know, her being 90 years old, she does attribute a lot of her health, her good health, her longevity to just growing plants in general. So, you know, kudos to my grandmother Belen. And I did also want to say, for all of the plant foldies that have given me good vibes, prayers for her speedy recovery, thank you so much. She did want to tell me that she is able to stand up and walk. She is not necessarily able to walk without her walker. I told her to be a little bit more cautious. So just updates on my grandmother. Feel free to leave any comments in the comment section if you have any messages for her. She does watch my big box store plant shopping videos as well. Now over here, variegated Monstera Letriana. This is another beautiful Monstera. This one is for $24.98. Again, another Costa Farms trending tropical plant. Now, if you want to give somebody a Christmas present, or if you want some Christmas ideas, house plants or tropical plants from Costa Farms would make great Christmas gifts, last minute Christmas gifts if you don't have any available, or you haven't botany yet, you can give somebody, say, this neon pothos here for $20.98. Beautiful plant. I love it. You can go ahead and gift me a neon pothos. And speaking of Christmas present gifts, you can also gift people gift cards to these big box stores. So for instance, Lowe's has gift cards, and I did want to say thank you to my husband, Luke. He ended up getting me some Lowe's gift cards, and I was able to get a special planter using those digital gift cards. So if you are interested in giving a present to a content creator like myself, there are digital options in which you can send gift cards to these from these big box stores. Now over here, plant foldies, we are out and about again in the outdoor garden section. I did want to show the Tradescanthia Nanook, and my Tradescanthia Nanook, unfortunately, the one that I basically rescued from the gates of Plant Heaven, it was on the verge of going to Plant Heaven. It ended up kind of getting a lot of frost damage, so I'm gonna have to cut it back down to basically the stumps, and hopefully it will come back. I love Tradescanthia Nanook because it's very easy to propagate. The success rate of it being able to grow just from straight cuttings and sticking it into the soil is highly likely. I would say a 90% chance. It is a plant that does get a little bit leggy, as you can tell here. What I would recommend is taking the tops of some of these Tradescanthia, and these are only for $1.98. You can actually put them in the soil, the mother plant, and it will actually fill it up a little bit more. And that's really what you want to do for any plants that are a little bit leggy. You can just propagate some cuttings and stick it back into the actual pot. Now over here, Norfolk pine. I know some people will research Norfolk pine carrot tips. For me, I know that it needs bright light. It does need consistent watering, and that's really all I know about the Norfolk pine. So again, plant foldies, feel free to leave in the comments section what you think and what plant care tips you have. I also wanted to walk around here. So around this time is when big box stores will actually liquidate or clearance out a lot of their succulents and cactus, at least in areas of the country where it does get quite cold. You can see right here, this is 50% off, because you can see that there is a line drawn across this particular plant that signifies that this plant is on clearance for 50% off. So if you're looking to get some mega savings, sales, some amazing deals while shopping, then I would also look for these clearance succulents. These are still super healthy, and if you're looking to save some money and you are on a budget in terms of just your plants, I would definitely explore some Lowe's locations. right, plant foldies, it is a beautiful morning out here in West Plano, Texas. We are at the Lowe's location, and you can see right here I am behind the planters. I'm gonna go back and look at the indoor tropical plants, but you can see right here, this is a beautiful Valley Bevel planter for $7.98. I really like the look of this, and you can see that there is a drainage hole. So when we're talking about some of the plants and just what we want to do in terms of the aesthetic behind it, I really do recommend terracotta planters. You can see right over here, this one is for $3.98. We've got this terracotta planter, but if you notice that it's got a really just simple shape, and I am all about minimalistic planters. I've talked about that often whenever I do big box or plant shopping videos. So terracotta planters are really good. You know, as I showed you some of the succulents and cactus that were on 50% off, you can just see that they've got several different types of planters here. You can see over here, we also have the granite ones, which I've used. The only thing is, I wish that this didn't have the little bevel at the very top. Like, I wish it was more of the ones over there with the simple planter. But needless to say, I love the neutral color on this one. The thing about Lowe's locations is they all have pretty much similar planters, but this one has a really good selection. So that's the reason why, again, I went ahead and traveled really far for this content. But you can see right here, we've got a beautiful gray planter. I like this, and then we also have a deeper want tone right over here. I also love this one as well. This one is for $3.28. Now, I do want to know, as far as the plant foldies, if you guys actually have a specific aesthetic. But you can see right here, we do have quite a bit of planters, and that's the thing about going big box store plant shopping. You can not only just get plants, but you can also get planters. Lots here. I really love this one as well. And then we also have these glazed planters. I'm not as big of a fan with the glazed planters, but needless to say, everybody else has their own aesthetics. And obviously the Talavera planters, these ones are made in Mexico. This one is for $26.98, but you can see that it's got hand painted look about it. And that's the thing about hand painted things. That is definitely something that I think we should all celebrate. So you can see right over here, we've got this beautiful planter as well. Love that. Okay. So a quick commercial break. Please do not click away. I promise you we'll get to the main event in just a second, but I did want to go ahead and talk about this beautiful Aglaonema book called Indonesia's Living Jewel. This is a English book that features Aglaonema care and Indonesian hybrids. This was created by my friend Harry of Art Garden Flowers and the Art Garden Flowers team. Art Garden Flowers is an Indonesian nursery and also an air cargo service that ships directly to your doorstep to the United States. In conjunction with Mr. Benz of AglioMart88 on Instagram, you can see that there are so many beautiful photos of these Indonesian hybrids. You already know, plant foldies, I want to hashtag popularize Aglaonema, and this is one way to get these Aglaonema varieties that we often don't see in the United States by just checking out this book. This book will showcase all of the many different Indonesian varieties. There are so many that are being produced. There are plant care tips and other things such as history of the Aglaonema plant. And I think that for anybody that grows Aglaonema, this is the perfect book for you. We will have this available for purchase next year, hopefully at some type of plant show. And if you see that QR code, you can press the pause button and you can actually buy Aglaonema and get it shipped directly to your doorstep. And one last thing, so if you didn't know, Aglaonema Ratna is the newest Indonesian hybrid that was created by the legendary Greg Hambali. Go ahead and do a search for Greg Hambali hybrids and you will understand why his work is phenomenal. I am in the search in the hope to possibly get an Aglaonema Ratna. So with the help of the plant foldy community, I'm asking you guys to make my Christmas wish list plant come true. This plant is quite expensive. It's about 10 million rupiah, around $600. So I created a GoFundMe account. I did get some donations. I really appreciate it. But if you are feeling compelled to possibly send a donation, you can go ahead and send one through my GoFundMe account. It is in the description link of this video. Click that and I would highly appreciate it. Of course, you don't necessarily have to donate. I think your viewership and just your support is enough for me. But you know what? You never know what you will get unless you ask. And so maybe, just maybe, I may end up getting that Aglaonema ratna. Plant foldies. Now we are back inside looking at this massive selection of houseplants right here at this Lowe's location. You can see we've got several beautiful plants right here. You can see that we have this one right here for Costa Farms, $15.98. I love shopping at this Lowe's location because they definitely have quite a bit of house plants. So I'm going to go ahead and show you some of these easy care plants. We talk about Christmas plants or things that you can give as a Christmas present, and I would even recommend this for $15.98. You can see that we've got some beautiful pothos or Epipremnum aureum. I really like this one as well, and you can just see that pothos plants are quite easy. We also have this one right here, plant foldies. Y'all know that I like to take you guys on big box store plant shopping videos, but I also want to make sure that you guys are getting the recommendations. So this one right here is an actually a Ficus elastica ruby, $15.98. You can see that it is another plant that I like to add to any collection just because it is a fairly easy growing plant. It is going to need quite a bit of bright indirect light in order for it to really do well. But you know, in terms of big box store plant shopping, again, it is imperative that you actually just go to a location that has quite a bit of plants. And you can see earlier we had a bunch of pothos plants right here. As far as trending tropical plants, so it looks like Costa Farms has a couple of new ones, but this one right here is a philodendron golden crocodile, $19.98. You can see that it's got quite a bit of beautiful coloration. And then we also have a hanging basket Rex begonia. This one is Red Kiss. Now Rex begonias are a little bit more challenging for me. $20.98. I do like the look of it. Unfortunately, it's one of those plants that is not as easy for me to grow. And so I necessarily wouldn't recommend growing it if you are not somebody that has the right conditions for it. But you can see we've got several plants here. We also have urban jungle plants. And if you look behind me, we also have quite a bit of planters. So today's video is going to be really exciting, and you can even see over here. I'm going to go ahead and kneel down and show you. This is what I was talking about. So Costa Farms has new trending tropical plants. Look at how massive this Monstera letriana is for $24.98. Beautiful variegation. I know that in my previous big box store plant shopping video at Home Depot, Proven Winners Leaf Joy actually has it. And then if you see right here, we also, oh my gosh, have a Monstera stadliana. So this one is also a nice one. This is also known as the Monstera Cobra. So I know that it is early morning here and we have somebody that's watering plants, but I also wanted to go ahead and show you some more of the more challenging plants. So this one is a Calathea dotty. This one is for $15.98. You can see it's got beautiful purple coloration, but this is another plant that unfortunately for me is quite challenging. So yeah, we do have a worker that is actually watering the plants, but you can see we do have some of these clearance planters as well. I do like this one, $16.77. Beautiful mixed media right there. I like that as well. This one I really like as far as the shape. Really nice one. What else do we have here? We've got several more plants that we are looking at. I love these Costa Farms plants. So this is another one that I had. This is the Silver Inducon for $24.98. This one was one that actually went to plant heaven. Even though I actually grew it outdoors, it was a little bit challenging. But you know, we're gonna go ahead and just keep looking at some of the plants right over here. Take a look at this silver Indukan right over here. This one is for $24.98. And you know what? This plant, as gorgeous as it is, was just a really challenging plant for me to grow. I even tried to grow it outdoors in a shaded area and it still did not do well for me. So I may do another, silver Indukan just because Costa Farms has re-released a crop of these beautiful plants. I love the metallic foliage on it. I just feel like maybe I didn't know that there was maybe some humidity levels that I needed to hit in order for this particular plant to do well. But as you can see right here, I'm just going to go ahead, pick up these plants. Costa Farms has new trending tropical plant releases. It looks like they're not in self-watering planters, but at the same time, look at the foliage of this. This is such a beautiful plant. Again, if you have any, care tips right here to share with the community, please feel free to leave in the comment section below. And I did want to say thank you to all those that take just a second to leave some comments, to leave some positive feedback in the comment section. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. I think in one of our live premieres, we had over or close to 100 comments before the video even ended, and that really boosted the video up. So if you are a diehard plant foldie, if you are a super plant foldie, for those that are part of the YouTube membership tier, leave some comments. Let's get the planty party started in the comment section. So as you can see right here, just gorgeous plants by Costa Farms, trending tropicals. Definitely check out their website online, www.costafarms.com. You can kind of see what is currently being in circulation in terms of big box stores like Lowe's. So I'm just going to go ahead and just pick up these plants, enjoy the beautiful foliage, and just let me know what you think about these Costa Farms plants. Today's video is going to be extra long because I wanted to take a little bit more time to showcase this beautiful Lowe's location, to take you on a detailed shopping trip with me as I pick out plants for potential Christmas gifts. And, as far as a potential Christmas gift, Monstera Peru, $24.98. If you're looking for an easy to care for plant, Monstera Peru is one. And like I said, again, if you are considering houseplants as a Christmas present or to give as a holiday present, remember a couple of factors, and that is basically number one, you want an easy care plant, one that is low maintenance. So what makes a plant low maintenance? Low maintenance means that the plant is a little bit more drought tolerant and low light tolerant. Drought tolerant for somebody that may not necessarily have the time to always water a plant consistently, for instance, me. And then also just low light tolerant. Not everybody has the money or the, love for plants to actually invest in grow lights. So that is just one a couple of factors to consider whenever you are considering a plant that is considered easy care and one that you would gift as a Christmas present. This is beautiful right here, Philodendron heteroraceum neon. And then we also have some Live Trends design plants here, which I will just show and let you see what they have to offer at this Lowe's location. If you notice that a lot of these big box stores that I go to, I really take the time to specifically find ones that have a large location with a lot of plants, just because I want to get all of the plant foldies, anybody watching excited. I mean, you can see right here, this is an Epipremnum pinnatum skeleton keys in an 8-inch planter for $20.98. Costa Farms has a bunch of these hanging basket plants, and if you saw earlier, many different types of plants to pick from. You can see that even Live Trends Design had some holiday Christmas decoration planters, which really does create the mood of the holiday season. I'm not really a big Christmas decorations decorator, but I do appreciate the holiday spirit. Speaking of holiday spirit, take a look at this mistletoe cactus right here. It almost looks like a Hoya. There was another Hoya that kind of looks like that. Somebody leave in the comment section below what I'm talking about, but mistletoe cactus, really cool looking cactus right here. Now, as far as the carrot tips, not 100% sure what this plant requires. The good thing is on the tags of these Costa Farms plants, they do have basic carrot tips for the specific plant, which I appreciate. This one only is for $16.98. This one is in a 6-inch planter hanging basket, which I actually like. I think it's, the size of it is a little bit more manageable versus the 8-inch planters. But you can see mistletoe cactus. Let me know what you think of this particular plant. I do like the texture of it. And that's the thing about taking the time to just go looking at plants, going plant shopping. You're able to kind of practice mindfulness. I know that when I created this content, I spent the entire day filming plants at different big box stores, and it was very therapeutic just being able to soak in all the beautiful foliage. You don't necessarily have to buy plants, although I would say it was super tempting to pretty much spend all of your paycheck, because look at this variegated Monstera Letriana, again $24.98 by Costa Farms. Now, as far as the variegated plants, can you believe that there are variegated plants at big box stores? That used to be such a myth, I would say 5 years ago during the pandemic, and now we have more access to all of these different types of plants, which, a lot of people have debates on whether you should buy big box store plants or strictly support local and small businesses. My message is do what you are comfortable with, go where you feel like you're going to get the best value for your money, and overall, number one, just diversify where you get your plants. You don't need to just strictly buy from, say, local or small businesses, or strictly buy from big box stores. Just diversify where you buy your plants, because at the end of the day, you are supporting totality, everybody that is trying to sell plants and these businesses. So just like the small business that has plants, Costa Farms, all of these big box store nurseries also has a business to run. And if you think about just the amount of plants that actually go to Plant Heaven, I wouldn't necessarily say that they also make a huge profit. And that's just me making assumptions. I may not know the factual data for it, but that's the reason why I definitely want to get people excited to go to these big box stores, to go and shop for these plants, because let's make sure that these get some really good homes. I mean, this red marantha right here is a pretty one as well. But yes, take a look at all of these gorgeous air plants. Now, air plants, again, make a very decorative statement, because they're very low maintenance plants. You just water them by putting them in a bowl of water and then pulling them out and letting them dry out completely. That is it. So you can put them on little vases, different types of fixtures. And I love the fact that it is part of the Live Trends Design aesthetics. Same thing with this right here. So Haworthias, look at these Christmas decoration or holiday theme inspired planters. I really love just the minute details of this plant, just the planter and also the Haworthia. This is for $8.98. And so plant foldies, we're going to go ahead and just continue to walk around and pick up some plants. Again, feel free to just leave comments in the comments section. Also, if you made it this far into the video and haven't pressed the thumbs up or like button for this video, definitely do that. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. It does also validate that I am doing a pretty decent job. I'm investing all this time to go to these big box stores and film for hours and hours in. Now this is a beautiful Syngonium black velvet, also known as a Syngonium raye. I think that's how you pronounce it. Another uncommon Syngonium. Love the velvety texture. $16.98. What a great plant find at this Lowe's location. And now we're going to be looking at this. So I did not realize that Costa Farms also released bonsai holiday theme bonsai. So if you see this, this is a juniper bonsai, but they've actually wrapped little like red berries to give it a little bit of a holiday treatment to it. I love that. That is such a great addition to it. And I love bonsai. That is another world of plants that I haven't fully delved into on the YouTube channel. And I'm hoping that I could showcase some of my bonsai work in the YouTube membership tier, my Super Plant Foldies. But what a beautiful bonsai here. That is such a great idea that they did to just give it a little bit more of a holiday cheer, holiday decorations. This one is for $24.98. And for those that don't know, I am an official affiliate of the bonsaisupply.com. Use my promo code GROWFOLDS for 10% off your entire purchase on that website. I'll show you a little bit of an unboxing video later on this shopping video today, but definitely check that out. And we're just going to continue to stroll around here, look at some plants. This is another Lowe's location that often carries Vanda orchids. I love Vanda orchids, although this one is labeled Lucky Bamboo right over there. But the Vanda orchid has some beautiful roots that are just aerial roots. And then look at this, we've got a beautiful bromeliad by Costa Farms again. This one is for $9.97. Beautiful pink coloration. It looks like somebody spray painted this on the plants. Curious to see if anybody has been growing some bromeliads. I used to not be a fan of them because when I first started doing big box store plant shopping videos more than a year ago, I would often see them and always ask the question, why? But as you start to look at the plant, start to dig into the plant, you start to learn to love the plant. And I think that that's why I love doing these big box or plant shopping videos. I know that you've seen these plants, the format a million times at this point. I do appreciate the viewership, but you never know after just through repetition what types of plants will actually gravitate towards your collection, either organically or through just plant influence. You already know Plant Foldies. I've been trying to get everybody more so involved with Aglaonema, but even Dracaenas, $13.98. Very easy to care for plant. It is another plant, as Christmas is only 7 days away, would make a perfect Christmas holiday present if you are wanting to give somebody a house plant as a Christmas present. Same thing with the Syndapsis Trubii Moonlight, $13.98. This used to be a trending tropical plant. It used to be $19.98, but now it is lower in price, $13.98. All right, Plant Foldies, you can see that this Lowe's location has a lot of beautiful plants, and we are looking at some of these bonsai right here. This one is for $25.98. And you can see that I am an official affiliate of the Bonsai Supply Soil. So use my promo code GROWFOLDS for 10% off your purchase. But as far as Christmas plants or Christmas presents, you can give bonsai as well. I mean, look at how cute this one is for $12.98. So I really like that. And then I also have these ones right here. This is really cute as well. Do you see that? Pretty cool looking bonsai. And then this one is a Chinese elm. So I figured I'd show you some more of the bonsai. This one is for $25.98. Love it. Now, as far as this location, you can see that it's got quite a bit of plants. I mean, you can see right here behind me, it is super packed. And that's the thing about going to these Lowe's locations out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I mean, look at this Phalaenopsis orchid right here. It's stuck, but this one is another Costa Farms one, $20.98. And oh my gosh, I am just having a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm not distracting anybody. I know that there's some folks trying to work and do these plants, but you can see here we've got a lot of plants to look at. have quite a bit of plants to look at. I mean, look at this dendrobium orchid right over here. Beautiful plant. I just love how fragile looking the flowers are, and I just love all of the blooms as well. I don't know if you grow some beautiful orchids, but that's something that I would love to delve into if I just had the actual environment to grow these orchids, because orchids really like warmer environments. They like humidity, they like bright light. And so for me, just living out in the North Dallas area, winter has come or is coming. Things have gotten colder. I've actually had a couple of plant casualty loss just because I didn't have all of the space to overwinter them, and that becomes a problem as we collect plants. I know that there are a lot of people that are on this trend of downsizing plants. You know, I do really well where I downsize my collection, then all of a sudden there is a new release. There are healthy looking plants at a big box store or a local nursery, or better yet, I see all of these new Aglaonema hybrids from Indonesia, and then all of a sudden I'm buying more plants to add in my already large collection. You know, for those that have been asking whether I am going to be doing a houseplant tour anytime soon, just keep waiting. I know my plant foldie, Kathy from Canada. Shout out to Kathy, actually. I know you've been waiting for a while. It will happen. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. You never know. It may just pop up on my YouTube membership tier, which I'm actually going to go ahead and plug in this YouTube video right now. For those that don't know, I do have a YouTube membership tier where I post a lot of additional content that is only members only. It typically delves into my lifestyle blog, some of my more exclusive plant content, my journey taking care of backyard chickens, Catriona and Charlotte, my barred rock hen, and also my Rhode Island red, and anything else that is a little bit more extra. It is only for the price of a cup of coffee. It's literally $3.99. But what you'll also get is that exclusive content, additional channel perks such as special emojis. Your name will also be highlighted during the live premiere chats that so many plant foldies get into. And then also at the end of the day, it just makes the YouTube channel a little bit more sustainable for me to continue to create content, because it does help with a little bit of passive income to pay for my gas money and just all of the time and effort I put into it. So I hope you would consider joining and becoming a super plant foldie. If you are watching this on a computer, you can press the join button. But if you want to just join and you're using YouTube on a phone app, you can just press the direct link that is pinned in the comment section below. I hope you guys will consider joining as a super plant foldie and joining my YouTube membership tier. Now over here, again, I'm going to be picking up some of these bonsai right here. This is a Chinese elm bonsai by Costa Farms. Again, if you are liking bonsai or you want some high quality soil that you can utilize for your succulents and cactus, visit www.thebonsaisupply.com. Put in your order and use my promo code GROWFOLDS for 10% off your entire purchase every time you shop at the Bonsai Supply. So I hope you can actually support that local small business that is based out in Houston, Texas. So anyways, plant foldies, you can see right here, we are just picking up a lot of these Costa Farms plants. Now, in terms of smaller plants like this peperomia, for instance, peperomia Golden Gate, this one is for $5.98. Easy care plant. This is a plant I would recommend as a Christmas present plant, a plant that you could actually gift to somebody and it wouldn't add too much workload on them in terms of keeping that plant alive. There are so many Costa Farms exotic angel plants. This is the perfect plant to give if you're wanting an easy care plant. This is a Dracaena Janet Craig Compacta, $5.98. I mean, look at how beautiful that green is. Even the green foliage plants, that deep green, it's just stunning. And then we also have other plants to look at. We have a plethora of bonsai again. Now with the bonsai, these plants need to be grown outdoors. They are not indoor plants, and most people may mistake them. Now the ficus ginseng could probably grow indoors if you give it enough light, but the junipers definitely need to be consistently watered. watered, and they need to be grown outside. Now we're just going to go ahead and look at some more of these beautiful Vanda orchids and just more plants that they have available at this Lowe's location. Again, I do have to ask plant foldies, have you done your Christmas shopping already? Have you already spent all your money for the holiday season? Feel free to leave in the comment section below as we admire these gorgeous blooming Vanda orchids and other plants they have available. And foldies, you've seen a plethora of different types of plants ranging from Costa Farms plants, urban jungle plants, and Live Trends Design. Let me know what you thought, which plants were your favorites in the comment section below. You can see right here, Monstera Deliciosa. This is just a juvenile form. I love it. $24.98. That one is a Live Trends Design plant. And then you can just see there's many different juvenile form Monstera as well as this. So I'm thinking about a really nice pink plant. This is a Fittonia Frankie. $8.98, and I actually have 2 terrarium lamps that I'm wanting to redo and create some terrariums. Would you like to see me do that and create a video? Comment down below and let me know, because I definitely want to do that when I get a little bit more time, sometime after the holiday season. Again, the holiday season has been quite busy. Luckily I am off again Tuesday, Wednesday this week when this video premieres. So I will be spending all of my day working, tirelessly to provide you guys this entertaining plant shopping videos. I really hope you guys are appreciating my efforts. I'm really trying hard to catch up on the YouTube channel, because what happens is when you're not as consistent with a schedule, sometimes the videos don't always get pushed out. And that is even more important, the reason why I want to make sure that I reel it back in and I'm able to have you guys walk alongside with me to look at these beautiful plants. I mean, look at this right here. This Rex Begonia, this one is again for $8.98. Love the silver foliage. You know, the Rex Begonia though is a bit challenging to grow. It's not a beginner friendly plant, but again, if you're going to Lowe's locations or big box stores, there are many places where you can find beginner friendly plants. For instance, we've got a Syngonium here for $5.98. I am on the fence on whether I would gift a Syngonium as a Christmas holiday present, because it is a very thirsty plant. You have to stay on top of the watering. Otherwise, this plant will revolt and go to plant heaven. It is a fast growing plant, however, and you can take cuttings and propagate it. So there are some huge wins when it comes to Syngoniums. It's honestly my first love. You know, somebody asked me what my favorite plant is. Obviously, it's Aglaonema, hashtag popularized Aglaonema, but Syngoniums was actually the first love of mine, where I wanted to collect all the different types of Syngoniums. Now over here we have another Rex Begonia, really nice looking color as well, nice pink coloration, and then the iridescence on the leaves. It's really stunning. So we'll go ahead and just continue to walk around and just look at some of these plants. We've got another Hydra Helix. This one is the Hedera Helix Florida Ivy. Beautiful plant. I may eventually get one. We'll see. I'm gonna see if I want to reintroduce the Hydra Helix challenge that actually happened on the Instagram page, my Instagram page at Growfold. But for those that don't know, I actually have a community tab on my YouTube channel. If you click on my channel, go to community, you can upload and post pictures of your plants and interact with the Plantfoldy community. It's kind of like Facebook, so definitely check that out. And I do want to shout out all of the folks that continue to post their pictures. I love that engagement. I love to get to know y'all. I love to see your plants, so let's do that. Anyways, let's continue to pick up some plants here. Golden Pothos, this one is for $24.98 by Urban Jungle Plants. Classic plant. If you don't have a golden pothos in your collection, buy yourself a golden pothos this Christmas holiday season. That is the gift that you need to gift yourself, alongside with an Aglaonema red Siam, which we will see in just a bit. hope you all are enjoying me just picking up some plants. You can see that this is a very stocked Lowe's location with many plants to pick from. I hope you guys are enjoying the soundtrack. Again, my soundtrack is created specifically for this YouTube channel. Thank you so much to my friend Jordan. His link is also in the description of this video today. Definitely check that out. But I do love his relaxing track. So if you ever just want to play one of my YouTube videos for the soundtrack or just to listen to me talk, I definitely encourage it. I actually am thankful that some of the plant foldies have told me in the past when I've either met them in person or have given a message on Instagram that they do just listen to my videos or let it play when they're doing plant chores. So really appreciate that. Now, as far as a Ficus elastica taniki here, $15.98. Beautiful plant. You know, tanikis or rubber tree plants like this do need quite a bit of light. Mine ended up going to Plant Heaven because I did not bring it indoors in time, and we ended up getting a cold freeze out in North Dallas, and unfortunately it went to Plant Heaven. So that's the thing about just overloading yourself with plants. When you have a lot of plants to take care of, it does cut into your time. I think the watering especially, but also the space. I know that I'm just literally plant hoarding, and I am trying to gear away from that, but it's a little bit hard. I kind of just wish I had my own greenhouse where I could just hoard plants versus trying to mix plants in an interior space. I don't know if anybody else is struggling with that, but if you are, I would love to know your insights in the comment section below. But as you can see right here, plant foldies, many different types of plants to pick from. You can see we've got a Dracaena Lemon Surprise, beautiful plant, very underrated. It's easy to care for, and it's one that is commonly found. So like I said, again, if you are considering, plants that are going to be given as Christmas gifts, or even adding a plant to your plant collection, look for those easy care plants. Philodendron Black Cardinal. I love this philodendron. It is such a stunner because it's got that beautiful dark foliage. Dark foliage definitely has a very elegant aesthetic behind it. It's got that goth vibe as well, and this is another easy to care for plant. Philodendrons for the most part are fairly easy to care for, except for the velvety textured ones. Now those are a little bit more spider mite prone and require a little bit higher humidity levels, but the Philodendron Black Cardinal, it is another beautiful plant. I would recommend, I actually have one that I'm growing in my office space at work. So that's another thing. Sometimes you end up getting plants. I don't know if you end up bringing plants to your workspace. I have, let's just say I have about 15 plus plants already at work, and it is already taking over my office space. Some of my coworkers kind of look at me crazy, but you know what? Plants bring people joy. Calathea orbifolia, $12.98. This one could bring us joy if it wasn't such a diva, if it wasn't such a it's like a very just fussy plant. I love the look of the plant when it is healthy, but it can quickly go to Plant Heaven if you do not provide it higher humidity levels, distilled water, and consistent watering. That's really what the basic plant care tips for calatheas are, or at least in my experience with them. So let's go ahead and just continue to pick up some plants here. I am a fan of the Urban Jungle planters. They really utilize the terracotta aesthetic, which I think is classic, which I think people should really invest in. $13.98. This would be a perfect Christmas gift if you ask me already, for somebody that wants a house plant. based on the selection, the organization, the cleanliness, the health of the plants, this is definitely a well-kept Lowe's location. I happened to talk to the employee that was actually watering the plants. She mentioned that they water the plants maybe every other day. They sweep around and make sure to get rid of any dead leaves and clean up the plants. So I think that is a fabulous routine. Kudos to the Lowe's location here at West Plano, Texas. This one again is right off the George Bush Tollway. If you go up the road, there is actually a Callaway's Nursery and a Jollibee, which is a Filipino restaurant. So all of the things that you want are within this area. Over here is a Bonnie spider plant, and I really wanted to get this one right here. This is a pet-friendly plant for $20.98. I mean, look at how lush and full and healthy this is. And again, Costa Farms has really outdone themselves in terms of providing many plants, especially during the Christmas holiday season. I know a lot of people are going out shopping. I know everybody's looking to save money and get a good deal. This one is a great deal if you're looking for a plant that is easy to care for and budget friendly as well as pet friendly. So let's keep picking up some plants, and I'll give you some more of my insights in this video. As you can see right here, plant foldies. Look at all of these gorgeous plants we've been looking at today. Lots and lots of just gorgeous plants. Again, if you just pan around here, you can see that this Lowe's location is really full, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you haven't already, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you a couple of some of the plants I like this right here, this silver band marantha. Super nice. Love the planter as well. If you look at the aesthetics behind it, really nice looking plant by Urban Jungle Plants. And I know I've been showing a lot of Costa Farms plants, and that's really because Lowe's typically carries a lot of Costa Farms plants. But if you can see right over here, look at this. Look at all these hanging baskets. And then again, I will show you this right here, this Urban Jungle planter. This one is for $16.98. But if you're looking for a Christmas present or a plant that you want to give as a Christmas gift, I would recommend it. And I don't know, it's just really nice to be able to go out in the morning and film. And you can even see right here, this is a dogtail cactus. I know you guys think this is super cute. This one is for $16.98. I really love the look of this one. Let me know in the comment section, plant foldies, what you think. And as you can tell, I am working super hard to try and get you guys some of this content. And I did want to thank a plant foldie for letting me know that this plant right here that I'm holding is actually called an ant plant. You can see that it's got some a caudex right here, and this is only for $13.98. It looks a little bit droopy. I would assume that this is some type of succulent or cactus, but really interesting plant finds right over here. You know, this Lowe's location is super organized, super full. I was talking to one of the employees that was watering, and I'm hoping that I wasn't getting in her way. I also did want to show you this, a massive spider plant. This is the Bonnie spider plant right here. Let me go ahead and spin and get you better. Look at that. This is perfect thumbnail, right? I'm probably going to use this as a thumbnail, but anyways, you can see, look at all of the beautiful little babies right over here. Love this. So again, if you are going big box store plant shopping, you can just find several plants to look at. I know that in terms of this plant right here, for instance, this is a Polynesian ivy. It's not a Hydra helix. Look at this one right here. Beautiful, massive plant as well for $21.98. I am gonna also show you this Tradescanthia right over here. This is the Tradescanthia Nanook by Costa Farms. $16.98, and this one's actually quite an easy plant to take care of. The only problem is you have to pinch it back in order for it to not get leggy, but needless to say, it's a beautiful plant. And then we're just going to keep walking around here. You can see that they've got a maidenhair fern, rosy maidenhair fern for $8.98. This one is in a 5-inch planter, so lots to pick from. And then I also wanted to show you this anthurium. So this anthurium right here is $17.98. Perfect Christmas plant again. Really love the look of this particular anthurium, and the reason being is an easy care plant. And as we go big box store plant shopping together, plant foldies, just know that I'm doing my best to try to get you this content. And then behind me, right over here, is a Vanda orchid. Vanda orchids are beautiful. They remind me of my home country, which you already know is the Philippines. So beautiful Vanda orchid. It is in full bloom. It does need quite a bit of bright indirect light, and then you can just see that there are several other Vanda orchids available at this Lowe's location. I like to travel to this Lowe's location because, again, it is super organized. So if you're ever out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, definitely go to this Lowe's location right here. You can see we have more plants, but as far as just the plants that we have in general, we've got an Epipremnum aureum, or Epipremnum pinnatum. This one right here is a skeleton keys. It hasn't really fenestrated, but this is a really nice plant right here. And right next to it is another Epipremnum pinnatum. This one is an Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu blue pothos. Look at how massive it is. Very easy to propagate. And if you were to ask me, this is definitely a plant that I would recommend if you want to give as a Christmas gift or a Christmas present. $20.98 for this. I mean, if y'all want to go ahead and drop a super sticker, a super thanks, it's a way to give a monetary tip to a YouTube content creator like myself. Just press the $sign at the very bottom of the screen. I can also get this as actually a gift from you if you like. I'm just kidding, but really this is a beautiful Epipremnum pinnatum Cebu blue pothos. Let's see what else we have here. You can see that this one right here is a variegated Dracaena Sondriana. Beautiful plant. It's also known as the lucky bamboo, but it is actually not bamboo. This plant is a little bit thirsty, so you want to make sure that if you're going to put that plant in your plant collection, you definitely want to make sure that you stay on top of the watering conditions. And then I did want to go revisit this. Can you believe that Costa Farms has holiday bonsai? So you can see right here, it has little cranberry type things. This is, again, a really cool looking bonsai tree. Again, if you are ever shopping at the bonsaisupply.com, use my promo code GROWFOLDS for 10% off your entire purchase at the bonsaisupply.com. They have some really good soils. You can even use it for succulents and cactus, and so definitely check that out. But I did want to show you that. And there's just several plants here. I mean, if you just look around, it has been a very peaceful day. I just kind of felt bad that I felt like I was bugging some of the employees, or they were wondering what I was doing. But overall, I really love how full this Lowe's location is right here. So there are a couple more plants that I did want to show you and highlight before we end up going, but hopefully you've gotten some good ideas of what plants that you wanted to buy at this Lowe's location right here. Here we have the Aglaonema red Siam. You already know, plant foldies, that I'm not going to go big box store plant shopping and not show you an Aglaonema red Siam. $15.98 if you are new to the channel. If you also have been watching my channel for a while and still don't have an Aglaonema red Siam, please go ahead and buy yourself an Aglaonema red Siam. It's only $15.98. That could be your Christmas present for me, just actually adding an Aglaonema to your collection, because again, we want to make sure that we're talking about Aglaonema. We're getting more people excited about Aglaonema. I'm seeing more people actually carry Aglaonema, so definitely check that out. Care tips again, water when the soil is completely dry. Bright indirect light is best for it, but it can tolerate lower light conditions. And then we also have a Calathea here for $12.98. So, you know, if you're looking for 6-inch planter plants by Costa Farms, right now, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there are several options. Again, it just makes you want to go shopping. At least for me, if I had all the time in the world to just make videos and showcase all of these plants, I would totally do so. But alas, we all have to work, and unfortunately, I will be working the next 7 days straight until Christmas Eve. But you know, the exciting thing is I will be spending my Christmas with my family in North Houston. I'll be able to see my grandmother. That'll be a lot of fun. And then can you believe the new year is upon us? I can't believe how fast 2025 has come around. But what I will say is I've had a full year where I've been able to say Hydra Helix. This is the Bettina IV right here for $20.98. I'm looking forward to creating a Christmas episode special as well. So for the plant foldies that may not have family to spend for Christmas, I will also be on the live premiere chat. Again, if you haven't been able to make it to the live premiere chats, I understand. We haven't had as many plant foldies on the chat, so I'm hoping that even after the holidays, we can get some more people back on the chat, because I do miss interacting with a lot of the plant foldies. Totally get it. The holiday season is hectic and busy, but hopefully we can all be recharged after the new year. You can see over here, this is actually a really nice one. This one is a Dracaena White Jewel Live Trends Design plant. This one is for $24.98 in a cream planter. And take a look at this Ficus elastica burgundy. This one is actually another beautiful plant. I love the planter. That honeycomb texture really complements this plant. You know, Ficus elastica again is another easy plant to care for. It's interesting that this plant is actually a full-blown tree where it is native, but it has become an adaptable indoor plant. This one is another Epipremnum pinnatum. Skeleton keys, beautiful plant. You know, with anything Epipremnum pinnatum, though, you do need to give it quite a bit of light. Otherwise, it's going to shoot runners. They really prefer to grow upward because that's their natural way of growing in the wild. To round out this video today, I did want to show you some of the new trending tropicals plants by Costa Farms. Again, this is the Silver Inducan by Costa Farms, trending tropical plants. I love it. It's just a really challenging plant, but this is for $24.98. If you notice that it's got some beautiful coloration, look at that silver, massive plant, $24.98 by Costa Farms, trending tropicals. This is the Silver Inducan. And then we also have another trending tropical plant. This one is a Monstera Letriana, $24.98. So again, this is another trending tropicals plant by Costa Farms. Really good plant find, I would think, if you're looking for variegated plants. We've got several of them at this Lowe's location, as you can see. Beautiful variegation, especially this one, $24.98 for the Monstera Letriana. We've got also some beautiful other plants right over here. I'm gonna pull up. They've got a beautiful philodendron moonlight. This one's by Urban Jungle. Look at that one as well. I like this one because it's got some nice coloration. It would be one I would recommend as an easy care plant. And then we also have another Monstera Letriana right over here. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Again, there are lots of other plants. They also have a Monstera Stedliana or Cobra, whatever you want to call it. It is a beautiful plant as well. Really like the look of this one. We also have a Monstera Peru, and here's the thing about Monstera Peru. Look at how beautiful the color is on this Costa Farms plant. Beautiful green deep tone. It does need a moss pole in order for it to really grow well. And then what else do we got here? We've got a massive Hydra Helix. Look at this right over here. This is a shout out to Leap, one of my plant foldies that has an amazing English ivy. Really like the look of this one as well. It is like literally taking over the screen, but you know, English ivies, I love them, but they're a little bit more challenging. And then we also have a Philodendron Hederaceum Brazil, $20.98. So again, whenever you are going big box store plant shopping, just know that if you're going to be shopping for Christmas presents, look for easy care plants. I mean, I would even recommend this ficus elastica right here. This one's the Ruby by Costa Farms, again for only $15.98. And obviously I did want to go ahead and round out today's shopping video with my favorite, Aglaonema Red Siam. If you don't have one of these already, let's make sure you buy one, $15.98. I hope you guys have really enjoyed today's shopping video. I am just having a good time going to all of these different big box stores. This is one of many locations I will be filming at today, but as far as the Aglaonema Red Siam, kudos again to Costa Farms for just really having those available. I really love the look of this Aglaonema, and it's only $15.98. Lots and lots of beautiful plants. I can't get enough of this location here. There's just so many to pick from. So again, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, definitely check this out. Definitely consider shopping and buying these Costa Farms plants, these urban jungle plants, and just enjoy this season. I just think that that's really what is important, is practicing mindfulness and just really, you know, looking at these plants and just enjoying the foliage. You don't necessarily have to buy them, but if you have the money to do so, I would definitely do it. But look at how massive this location is right here behind me. It is super, super, super full. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm going to do one more pan over, and then I will see you on the next one. There you have it, plant foldies. Today's big box or plant shopping video was a detailed walkthrough of a very full and lush Lowe's greenhouse. I love the fact that there were so many plants available from Costa Farms. I hope you guys have found some great Christmas ideas. As always, plant foldies, if you haven't considered joining my YouTube membership tier, the Super Plant Foldies, I would love for y'all to consider pressing the join button. Again, it is only for the price of a cup of coffee, $3.99. You will get access to my lifestyle blogs. I will be posting weekly on the Super Plant Foldies, multiple videos. So you can definitely check that out. You'll also get some additional channel perks here. But as far as today's video, you know, just being able to go into a Lowe's location, find the plants that we often see, but find it in a way where they're organized, super healthy, priced affordably. It's just amazing. And that's why I utilize a lot of my big box or plant shopping videos as more as like therapy, in a sense that I can practice my mindfulness. I am just really happy that I've been able to just take you guys alongside with me. So become a Super Plant Foldie. Join my YouTube membership tier for more information. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel at GrowFolds with all the notification bell on. You will notice that at the screen, there are some videos that are popping up. Go ahead and click on those videos. I also have playlists available. You can see some of my other content that I have available. Maybe you haven't seen them, but I have started to link a lot of my videos together under the end screens. This is Richie at GrowFolds. I hope you've had a wonderful day. I hope everybody is having some success with Christmas shopping. I'll see you on the next one. Good day, my plant foldies. This is Richie at GrowFolds. And today will be big box store plant shopping at the Home Depot out in Garland, Texas. This one is actually a new location, and I wanted to give a shout out to my plant foldie Marlon for sending me a direct message on my Instagram page at GrowFolds. If you're not following me, please do so. You can connect with me that way. But he sent me a bunch of photos of some amazing proven winners leaf joy plants. So we're going to see where we're going to see if there are still some of these new releases by Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants. I know that I have been frequenting a lot of the Home Depots around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. As always, plant foldies, if you haven't already, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And so I'm gonna go ahead and take you on a shopping extravaganza. We'll see if I actually have an impulse buy on today's video. And then later on, I'm actually gonna be filming some more content in this area. So there's gonna be some new uncharted territory when it comes to big box store plant shopping, at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Hopefully this gets everybody excited. I hope everybody has some good vibes, and let's go ahead and see what this Home Depot has to offer. So come along with me. It is a glorious morning to go big box store plant shopping at the Home Depot out in Garland, Texas. As you can see right here, I traveled quite far from where I am based at, which is in North Dallas. I actually took I-75 and then took the George Bush Tollway to get to this location. This is the one near Firewheel, and you can see it is a beautiful morning. I love filming big box store plant shopping videos whenever it is in the morning, because I feel like that is the best time because there's not as many people shopping, as well as the lighting. As always, plant foldies, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. We haven't had as many people in the live premiere chat, so I'm hoping that you guys will actually take the time, if you made it during the 7 p.m. Central Standard Time live premiere with chat, to say hello in the chat section. But you can see right here, the leaves are changing in a lot of the actual trees out in North Dallas, and that's, you know, one of the perks of just having fall heading into winter season. It's not officially winter, but you can feel the weather is getting quite chilly. I have some hens that I am actually raising, a Barred Rock hen and a Rhode Island Red. They are doing just fine though in this cold weather. They're very hardy chickens, so definitely check that out. If you haven't considered joining my YouTube membership tier, the Super Plant Foldies, I actually have a lifestyle blog. I actually document raising backyard chickens and all of those additional channel perks. But let's go ahead and just walk through here and see this beautiful Home Depot. Again, I am super excited because there are so many amazing Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants, and that is actually the main reason why I traveled this far to check it out. Again, if you want to actually get in touch with me, follow my Instagram page at GrowFolds. That's the fastest and most direct way to get in touch with me. If you have any questions about the plant or just want to get in touch with me in general, I would love to connect with any of the plant foldies here. Can see that they have some live Christmas trees. Have you guys actually put up your Christmas tree? Because in about a week we will be right at Christmas Eve, and honestly I am just really excited for the holiday season to be over. It is definitely a very busy time for me during this year, and I have just been working non-stop. But as far as just the content, I'm hoping that once it slows down at the beginning of 2026, I will be a little bit more consistent with my big box store plant shopping videos. So again, for the plant foldies that continue to hashtag team replay my videos, shout out to Eric Planty Buds, who also has a YouTube channel. Please subscribe to Planty Buds YouTube channel. Thank you for team replaying a lot of my older content. I have many playlists, so if you are willing to binge watch some of my big box or plant shopping videos and other videos as well, I have a playlist for that. Actually, I have a playlist on how to fold origami paper crane. So you already know that the actual title of my YouTube channel, Grow Folds. The folds is actually in reference to my love for origami. So definitely check that out. But you can see right here, we do have some live Christmas trees. I love the fragrant smell of a live Christmas trees. I just never have actually put up a Christmas tree that was alive like this growing up. Now, before we get into the indoor tropical plants, I did want to go ahead, pan over here, pick up some of these succulents and cactus. This is by Smart Planet. I love their arrangement of succulents and cactus. This is something that for 2026, for the new year, I would love to learn a little bit more about, just because when I am shopping at big box stores like Home Depot, I do find that they are very much so budget friendly and cost effective. And when you think about house plants, when you think about plants that you could potentially make as Christmas presents or even just holiday gifts, house plants come to mind. And I never even thought about maybe gifting somebody succulents and cactus. The only thing is, I do believe that succulents and cactus are a little bit more tricky. Some people say that you don't really have to water them, but at some point you still have to have the right balance of watering and lighting conditions. Christmas cactus, you already know that this is the prime time to get a Christmas cactus in bloom. $12.97. Look at the beautiful coloration of this. That is something that I would eventually like to get, as well as a Christmas cactus. For the most part, this is an easy to care for house plant. It is one that does require a little bit more bright indirect light, but as far as a plant, I mentioned this in a lot of my plant shopping videos. This plant actually is more of an heirloom plant that is passed alongside from generation to generation. Most people will say that they have obtained or acquired a Christmas cactus through their grandma or somebody that was growing plants and in general. So really beautiful plant. This one is just starting to bloom, so it's not actually peaked out yet. I am just curious if anybody here that is watching today, and I do encourage as many comments as you can in the comment section, because I do love the engagement. I will respond to any comments that you have. I just want to know what your holiday traditions are. Do you do anything special for the holidays? I try to keep it low key. When I was a little bit younger, we always had a huge Christmas party. Me being Filipino American, Philippines in general as a country has the longest season in terms of Christmas. But as far as like Christmas parties, I just remember all of the Filipino Christmas gatherings. We would actually have a program where people would do like dance performances and different types of talent showcases. And that just really brings a lot of fond memories. Family is super important to me. And for me being a Filipino American, I just love the fact that those family values are still instilled with a lot of the cousins and just my family in general. I would even call the Plant Foldy community, and for those that are new to the channel, I call my viewers and subscribers Plant Foldies. Welcome. I do consider this my online family community. Thank you for always choosing to be kind. Thank you for always having good vibes only. So let's go ahead and just keep picking up these plants right here. Feel free to leave in the comment section what you think. And we are shortly going to walk into the indoor greenhouse or the Home Depot Garden Center in just a moment. a stunning selection of succulents and cactus. I love those uncommon aloe vera plants as well as these haworthia plants. And now we're just going to talk a little bit about a project that I've been working alongside with a really good friend and nursery called Art Garden Flowers. As y'all know, I am obsessed with Aglaonema. So there is a book that has been published and produced called Indonesia's Living Jewel 2025 Aglaonema. This is presented by Art Garden Flowers. If you haven't already, please follow Art Garden Flowers on Instagram, as it also Indo-Miami Plants. My friend Harry and the Art Garden Flowers team actually produced a beautiful Aglaonema book that features a lot of the Indonesian hybrids. This is the first English book that features Indonesian Aglaonema hybrids. You can see that there are so many beautiful photos. Shout out to Mr. Benz of Agleomart 88. These are some of the photos of some of his beautiful Aglaonema that he has for sale. So a couple things to note. If you are interested in getting these Aglaonema shipped to your doorstep, you can actually buy these Aglaonema at artgardenflowers.us. That is the official website. There is also a QR code at the end of this book that you can pause and actually scan and see the list of beautiful Aglaonema. As far as this Aglaonema book, this also features a little bit of a blurb of my plant journey as well as my grandmother as well. So I'm actually super excited to see this book come to life, at least in the United States. It will be available. Stay tuned for that. But I did want to go ahead and just put that excitement back. I know that it was supposed to make its debut at PlantCon 2025 in Dallas, but it is going to make it to the US shores very soon. And then I'm going to pan over here. So Aglaonema Ratna. So this is the newest Greg Hambali Aglaonema Indonesian hybrid. For those that don't know, Greg Hambali is actually the father of so many beautiful Aglaonema hybrids. He has passed away, but his legacy presses on, as you can see right here, because this Aglaonema Ratna has actually been released to the public December 6, 2025. I am actually trying to raise funds to actually give myself my own Christmas present in the form of an Aglaonema Ratna. It is quite pricey. It is about $600 or 10 million rupiah. I did start a GoFundMe, so I did want to say thank you to those that have actually sent a donation. I know it is a hefty amount, but if you feel compelled to actually send a donation, just check the description of this YouTube channel. There is a direct link for my GoFundMe. I would absolutely love to acquire this actual Aglaonema Ratna, in a sense that it just pays homage to Greg Hambali's efforts to really showcase to the world the beauty of Indonesian Aglaonema hybrid. So anyways, let's get off of these little commercials. I promise I don't have any more infomercials in my big box or plant shopping video. So now we are going to walk into this greenhouse type setting that Home Depot has. So there are a couple of Home Depots that have a separate greenhouse setting, and this is one of them. I really love the fact that, again, going shopping early in the morning at a big box store like Home Depot, you don't really run into a lot of customers, which makes it a lot easier for me to create this content. As y'all know, I have started to do face on YouTube content, and I am somewhat a little bit, I guess, shy when it comes to me carrying around a selfie stick and filming myself. And then you wonder, so maybe having some of these customers wonder what I am doing. I try not to actually create a lot of buzz whenever I'm making these YouTube videos. But if you saw my previous YouTube big box or plant shopping video at Lowe's, which was actually right next to this Home Depot out in Garland, Texas, I actually had somebody come up and ask me a few questions about plants. So if you are ever shopping out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you do recognize me, don't be shy. Feel free to say hello. I love to meet local plant foldies out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But as you can see right here, I did want to show you some of the plant products, fertilizers that I would recommend. Miracle-Gro fertilizer, although I am not an official affiliate, I do recommend this just because it has been an all-purpose fertilizer that works on pretty much any of my house plants. Now, if you are looking for a more organic approach or alternative, they do have organic Miracle-Gro fertilizers, but this all-purpose fertilizer, this one that I have in my hand, is basically the fertilizer I use for all my houseplants, whether it's monsteras, philodendrons, Hoyas, pothos plants, and my beloved Aglaonema. So I'm going to go ahead, take a walk through here. You can see that it is a quiet morning, and you can see that they've got shelves and shelves of holiday Christmas plants. We're about to approach these beautiful Norfolk pine. Norfolk pine become a seasonal plant or an annual plant because I don't really see a lot of people growing Norfolk pine past the Christmas holiday season. Although I am curious, again, plant foldies, leave in the comment section if you actually grow Norfolk pine past the Christmas holiday season. Same thing with poinsettias. Now, I will say Christmas cactus, people do that, but those two seasonal holiday plants for the Christmas season, I would at least am curious to see if anybody else grows it. But what a beautiful Home Depot here. You can see that this Home Depot is very much so kept up. Everything is organized. All right, plant foldies, we are at this Home Depot right here. Luckily, there's not a lot of people shopping here, but you can see this is a new vibe. I am absolutely loving it. So we're gonna take some details and take a look at it. And what do y'all think about my fall inspired shirt? I am just really happy that I can take you guys alongside with me to go shopping today. I know that if you're doing some Christmas shopping, I'm gonna make some recommendations about what plants I think would make great Christmas gifts. So, but you can see right over here, look at all of these plants right over here. And then obviously, we're gonna be looking at all of these proven winner leaf joy plants. I am super excited. And that's the thing about going plant shopping or big box store plant shopping. Early in the morning, there's not a lot of people here, so hopefully nobody's gonna stop me from filming, because I always get a little self-conscious carrying around like a little selfie stick. But you can see right here, lots of proven winner plants. But I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys what we have to offer. I can just tell that this particular Home Depot is really run well, and I'm just really glad that I have some plant foldies. But as you can see right here, even the planters around here are well organized. And that's the thing, right? Whenever you are going big box store plant shopping, you can tell if there is care. And so I'm gonna just have a ball today. Again, look at this. Isn't this fantabulous? Look at the background, and I'm hoping to invest into getting an actual microphone so my audio can be better now that I'm filming face on YouTube. Again, if you haven't already, please make sure you are pressing the thumbs up or like button for this video. But you can see that there are plenty of plants here. So we're gonna go start off with some of these proven winner plants. So one thing I love about proven winners is that they have very just great quality plants. Follow proven winners on their Instagram page at Leaf Joy Plants on Instagram. But you can see right here, we've got a whole collection. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of them right here. You can see this one right here is a beautiful philodendron fall leaves. These ones are for $19.98. Beautiful plant. And then we just have several different ones. And one thing I did want to show you too is we've got gorgeous Hoya plants right over here. This one is some type of Hoya. I think it's a drift, but you can see that there is a little bit of sun stressing over here. I have been hitting up a lot of Home Depots because at the end of the day, I think that certain Home Depots out in the Dallas-Fort Worth area are a little bit better than others. And that's the reason why, if you are in the DFW area, I hope you're following me. And then you can even see right here, we've got a philodendron gloriosum. This is for $29.98 by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. I love being able to just spend my days off from work making content for y'all. I hope that you guys are liking this new format where I am just really talking to you guys through. And then when you talk about some of the plant aesthetics, I really love these planters here. This one is for $12.97. Look at this. It has this gold trim, and it does have a drainage hole. $12.97. So when you're thinking about like plants that, plants or plant decor, holiday plants. This one right here is amazing. This is the Mitria planter indoor use. I would totally buy this and add a plant to it. So if you'll notice that this Home Depot is definitely organized. And so throughout this video, I'm just gonna give you my insights. Hopefully nobody bugs me or stops me from like just filming, because I'm super excited. And you can see right here, look at this planter. Now this one doesn't have a drainage hole. So when you're thinking about like plants or home decor, things that you can give as Christmas gifts, I would even say just planters. This one would be my #1 choice. And then we also have this right here. This is the bellflower pot for $8.98. This one's chipped, but you can see that it's got a natural tone about it. And then we just have all of these neutral tone planters. And then over here, look at this. This one is for $19.98. And then you can see that there are lots of proven winter leaf joy plants. These ones right here, this one's actually a pretty nice looking philodendron villetiae. So I love this. You can see that the leaves are a little bit narrow. And so I'm surprised that I have not made it to this Home Depot. And that's the reason why when it comes down to it, we get lots of little beautiful plants. So I hope that you guys like it as well. just so happy to be at this Home Depot, just because you can see right here, Proven Winners Leaf Joy, so many selections. And you can see all of these planters, like $9.57. Look at this beautiful, almost like honeycomb planter. I like the gold trim on it. It looks very stylish. It looks very modern, and it actually can be utilized as like a holiday theme. The gold kind of lends itself to Christmas holiday decorations. You can kind of change out these planters, especially if you have a lot of your plants that are still growing in their nursery pot. Like this one doesn't have a drainage hole, so you can just mix and match, put some of your plants that are in 5-inch planters into that, and voila, you have instant Christmas holiday decorations. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up and show you guys all of the different types of planters. So aside from Christmas presents being house plants, you can actually gift people Christmas decorations such as planters. I think that would actually make a low maintenance, cost-effective, budget-friendly gift, especially if you are looking to save money while shopping for Christmas gifts this holiday season. So let's just continue to pick up some of these planters and look at the selection at this Home Depot. Aside from the beautiful planters, those really do make great Christmas holiday gifts. Those are great Christmas holiday present ideas. You can see right here, we do have massive houseplants as well available. So you can see this selection right here. We've got an Aglaonema. I'm thinking of Aglaonema, but it's actually Alocasia Regal Shield. And then look at this beautiful pink cordyline Hawaiian tea plant. Unfortunately, I would not recommend growing this plant again indoors long term unless you are going to be consistent about giving it bright indirect light. So growing it under a grow light and spraying it down with neem oil spray or some type of pest preventative, because it is very much so spider mite prone. So those are the types of plants that you have to really be cautious around. Same thing with Alocasia, for instance, and obviously the Hydra Helix or the Hedera Helix English ivy. Those are plants that actually invite spider mite plant pest. And if you don't really want to get that infestation, you have to be very cautious about those plants, which leads me to talk about some of the plants that I think you should not be giving as Christmas presents. And that would be those high maintenance plants, such as cordyline plants, calatheas, anything that is spider mite prone. I would go for the easy care plants. I mean, you can see right here, this is a Chiflera or a umbrella plant. This one is actually a beautiful plant that can grow into a full-blown indoor tree, and it's actually pretty low maintenance. As far as other plants right over here, I mean, look at this. Super full Home Depot. It makes you want to go spend all your money. It makes you want to go shopping. And so again, if you are going to be going big box store plant shopping, especially to look for Christmas presents or holiday gifts, give yourself a budget. Like for me, if I'm going to buy myself a plant today, I would give myself a $30 budget, and that would be it. That kind of prevents you from going overboard and spending hundreds of dollars. Really have a strict budget when it comes to it, and then just really assess whether you really need the plant or not. This actually makes it a bit more challenging because, as you can see right here, we are now looking at the Proven Winners Leaf Joy plant. These are the ones that they've released out in a lot of the Home Depots throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Curious to see if your Home Depots have gotten a lot of these new Proven Winners Leaf Joy releases. I love Proven Winner plants. I think that the marketing that they have, the planters that they have, the selection of different types of plants, whether it's Alocasia like this, for instance, first time ever seeing a really large Alocasia phobus. This is a variegated Alocasia, and take a look at this. $44.98. It is in an 8-inch planter. What a beautiful Alocasia. I mean, it is highly variegated, but for me, again, this is a little bit more of a challenging plant to grow unless you have higher humidity levels to repel spider mites. The watering needs to be consistent, and then also just the lighting conditions. With it being a variegated plant, it is going to need a little bit more bright indirect light, since it doesn't have nearly as much green to actually have it produce chlorophyll and actually photosynthesize. But what a stunning plant. It does give myself like snow vibes, wintry vibes, Christmas holiday vibes. And again, I can't believe that Christmas is just around the corner. We are about a week away from Christmas, and to me that is crazy. And then all of a sudden 2025, the year 2025 will come to an end. There is going to be a year-round episode that I'm gonna have where I kind of highlight and recap my year 2025. So definitely stay tuned for that future content. I am just excited to actually have some of these shopping videos available. I do think that it is relevant because I'm pretty sure a lot of us are frantically looking to go Christmas shopping or still trying to get some of our last minute Christmas presents. For me, I haven't actually done any type of shopping in terms of Christmas because a lot of my presents I either hand make or just give the gift of time. And I think time is really precious. I think that a lot of times we get sucked into actually spending more money on physical Christmas gifts when really the holiday should be about spending time with your family and friends. Let me know in the comment section again if you guys have any traditions, anything that you do specifically for the holidays. For me, my holiday season is going to be actually after Christmas. I am excited to visit my grandmother. It's actually going to be a surprise for her. I'm going to come down to North Houston and check out my family, spend some time, eat some good good Filipino food and just spend the holiday season with her. As y'all know, my grandmother is 90 years old. Her name is Belen. I call her Lola Belen, which means grandmother Belen. You've seen her in some of the past YouTube videos. I do intend to get her in a couple of future videos as well. She is recovering well. She did actually have a little bit of an accident where she fractured her hip, but she is doing very well. She is on a steady road of recovery. Anyways, you can see right there, we did see a Monstera Thai constellation. We do have an Aglaonema pink lipstick. Now, this is also known as an Aglaonema pink Siam. I love this Aglaonema. Anything that's pink is beautiful. It is part of the Proven Winners Leaf Joy trial collection. So I'm thinking that they are trying this out to see if it'll actually be popular enough for them to continue to release this. So my call to action for anybody that loves houseplants, that loves Aglaonema, that wants to hashtag popularize Aglaonema, go ahead and go to Home Depot. If you see the trial collection for an Aglaonema pink Siam, this one is for $29.98. Let's go ahead and buy it. It is a beautiful plant. In terms of the Aglaonema care tips, again, fast draining soil. Their roots really don't like to stay in water, and so for those that have seen me actually convert Aglaonema into semi-hydroponic substrates such as like leca or lechuza pond, I'm not doing that nearly as much because I've noticed that some of the Aglaonema don't really transition well. Even in semi-hydroponics, I see that there is a lot of root rot. Their growth, which is already a very slow growing plant, is actually stunted. So I wouldn't really recommend putting Aglaonema in semi-hydroponic substrates. I would utilize soil. In terms of lighting, they do like bright indirect. Like, I think that you get the best coloration for Aglaonema, although they are low light tolerant. So you can actually grow an Aglaonema in lower conditions. Now, the more colorful varieties, the ones that have pinks, reds, don't do as well in a lower light condition. They don't have the best coloration. So I would just always say, as a rule of thumb, most plants that we have adapted as an indoor house plant does well in more bright indirect light settings. So if you're able to provide a grow light, if you're able to provide east facing morning light, that is the best for it. But I am just really happy that Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants, these tropical house plants, these many different varieties that Proven Winners has. I love Proven Winners plants. I know that Proven Winners plants are actually well known for the garden plants that they provide. I just love the fact that they have delved into the indoor tropical house plant business as well. I do like the packaging. I do like the tags. I love the fact that they do have a QR code, which actually gives you plant care ideas, plant care routines, everything you need to know about your houseplant. And so if you're looking to give a Christmas present, if you need Christmas present ideas, consider getting a Proven Winners Leaf Joy plant, especially these ones that are in the 5-inch ceramic white planters. Like this Hoya right over here would make a great Christmas gift, because it is an easy to care for plant. Hoyas in general are actually pretty easy to care for, and they actually have a really good reputation in terms of just many varieties. And I love the fact that Proven Winners Leaf Joy series, they have actually produce many beautiful Hoyas, generally available for the public to buy at a big box store. aside from the Aglaonema pink lipstick that Proven Winners Leaf Joy has released, I love the fact that they have Manjula pothos. Look at this gorgeous pothos. Love the variegation. Love the round leaves. This one again is for $29.98. And if you're going to ask me a Christmas present that you can give to somebody that may not necessarily grow houseplants this Christmas season 2025, go ahead and get yourself a Manjula pothos. Beautiful plant. This could actually make a great decoration for somebody's desktop or just a space that gets bright indirect light. Fairly easy plant to take care of. It is a pothos plant or an Epipremnum aureum, which in general is a very easy to care for plant. I wouldn't say it's as fast growing as say a golden pothos or a neon pothos, but in terms of variegation, this is such a beautiful plant. Now, if you were to grow this on a moss pole, some type of support where it is able to climb up, you will get some beautiful, large, variegated leaves. I always say that's more of the budget-friendly or more cost-effective alternative to a Monstera albo. So really interesting that Proven Winners Leaf Joy has that. And then we have a Piper Kura Kura. First of all, check out this new plant. I've never seen a Piper this size, at least the large leaves like this size, out at a big box store. So of course, this is a definitely uncommon plant to find. Now, in terms of Pipers, not 100% sure what the plant care tips are. I would assume that this one would need a little bit higher humidity levels. It definitely is going to need a lot more consistent watering, but look at the texture of the leaves. Look at how beautiful it is. What a unique plant. I love the fact that, again, Proven Winners Leaf Joy does offer something a little bit different to the houseplant lovers. So if you are shopping for houseplants, if you are needing to go to a big box store and spend your money at, say, Home Depot, spend it on a Piper Kura Kura by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. Kudos to Proven Winners Leaf Joy again. Follow them on their Instagram page at Leaf Joy Plants, so you can see the latest and new finds that you can get from Proven Winners Leaf Joy. But you can see that this is the care tips. And we're just going to continue to highlight all of these plants. I'm going to go ahead and pick these plants up. Feel free to leave in the comment section again what you think. And please, if you have already made it this far into the video, thank you so much for still tuning in and watching my content. I do work very hard to film some quality plant content for you. Press the thumbs up or like button for this video. It definitely helps push this content out to more plant lovers like yourself. And if you feel inclined to give a present, a gift, there is a way to give a monetary tip to a content creator such as myself on YouTube in the form of a super sticker or super thanks. You can just press the $ on the right hand corner and you can enter any amount. Your super stickers, your super thanks, or even joining my YouTube membership tier really helps the sustainability of this YouTube channel. It definitely helps fund some of the costs in terms of my gas money and just the time in general to make this content. So feel free to do that if you'd like. You don't necessarily have to. Your viewership and just your engagement in general is quite enough for that. But anyways, let's go ahead and just keep picking up some of these plants by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. Enjoy the beautiful foliage. Enjoy the soundtrack that my friend Jordan has created specifically for the Grow Folds YouTube channel. foldies, what do you think so far of some of the beautiful Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants that I have found while shopping at Home Depot? Have you gotten any inspiration in terms of any Christmas plants or Christmas presents that you can give as houseplants? I would recommend Proven Winners Leaf Joy Littles, for instance. These are very much so budget friendly, cost effective. You can save some money on just houseplants in general because these are only for $5.98. You can see right here, if you like pink plants, Tradescantia Feeling Flirty, love this one as well. It's a pretty fast growing plant and it's one that's very easy to propagate. You can see that they also have a new release right over here. This is part of the trial collection. So they're trying out releasing Monstera Letriana. So if you're looking for a Monstera Letriana, which used to be quite expensive a couple years back, now you can buy this for $29.98. Look at that Aurea elbow variegation. Now with the Monstera Letriana, it is just kind of like the same as other Monsteras. If you do give it a moss pole, a totem pole, it will actually produce more mature, larger leaves. Not 100% sure if it does fenestrate. I would assume it does just because it is a Monstera. I have an actual Monstera Letriana, but that one was one that I found from Costa Farms Trending Tropical Collection. But you can see right here, Proven Winners A Leaf Joy Plant has this available for the price of $29.98. And you know, when people ask me what are the best buys or which products that you can find at big box stores are really good value for your money, if you're looking for house plants, like I said again, big box store is where it's at. Some people have their opinions about whether shopping at big box stores takes away from small businesses and local nurseries. As I've said in all my videos, whenever I delve into that subject, it really is where you are most comfortable shopping. Don't ever let anybody judge you or make you feel that you are doing something wrong if you are buying plants at big box stores, because at the end of the day, I say you should diversify where you buy your plants. You should not just be all about buying big box store plants. You should also consider buying local and small businesses. I definitely do. I like to mix it up. I mean, heck, I even buy plants from overseas. I think when you diversify where you actually source your plants, you are going to get the best value for your money. But again, most people may not necessarily have the luxury as far as having the selection of, like, say, Proven Winner plants or even local nursery plants. It just depends on where you live. I know in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can go to so many local and small businesses as well. So as you can see, I have shown y'all a lot of these Proven Winners Leaf Joy plants, but I did want to go ahead and show you this right here. This is in another anthurium that is at Heart's Desire, and look at how beautiful this is. Like, can you believe that we can see anthurium hybrids now at Home Depots and big box stores? And I know some people have their opinions about whether you should go big box or plant shopping, but I mean, look at this. This is amazing, and this is the reason why I feel like big box, it just gives you the opportunity to be able to pick up plants that you may not necessarily be able to afford. And that's the reason why, if you're going Christmas shopping, or if you're looking to go buy plants for somebody as a Christmas present and they're looking for an anthurium, I know that these ones have a little bit of damage, but kudos to Proven Winners Leaf Joy. I absolutely love it, and I'm just having such a wonderful time this morning. It is my day off. I'm going to be spending the entire day filming big box store content for y'all. So again, I hope you guys can support me in this channel by subscribing, pressing the like button, and you can just see right here, look at this. This is amazing, and I am a little self-conscious just being out filming, but this is just absolutely gorgeous right over here. Look at this. This is a Piper Kurakura. I really like the look of this one as well. So this one right here is a Labisa. So I don't know if anybody is really thinking, but look at how large the leaves are on this Labisa right over here. I'm tempted to buy it, but I don't know if I really need it, but I'm spending $29.98 on a plant that I'm not 100% sure of, but it is a gorgeous plant. Let me know in the comment section what you think. But yeah, we have Labisas, and obviously we talk about the Aglaonema Pink Siam right over here. Now this one is also known as the Aglaonema Pink Lipstick. You can see there are several plants here, and I'm just glad that Proven Winners is on the trend of hashtag popularizing Aglaonema. I definitely enjoy it, and just the fact that this is such a pretty color, I would just recommend this. If you haven't already considered buying an Aglaonema, I talk about this in every single plant video that I do, but I really do believe that you should get yourself an Aglaonema pink lipstick. That's what Proven Winners is calling it, pink lipstick, for $29.98. And I did want to show y'all this right over here as well. Let me just go ahead and show this right here. This is a philodendron snowdrift. I know that it's not as new in the market, but you can see we have that. But what is really interesting is this right over here. This Alocasia, what is it called? Phobos. Look at this variegated Alocasia. Like, I am surprised. It's giving me snow vibes for the holiday season. This one is for $44.98. So definitely some stunners at this Home Depot. There's lots and lots more to look at as well, but you can see that they've got lots of large plants here. We've got a Monstera Thai constellation again right over here. So Proven Winners has outdone themselves again. Lots and lots of plants to choose and pick from. If you're into Hoyas, you can see right over here we have Hoyas. Really love the look of this Hoya. This is a Hoya Fresh Rain. It's definitely giving me fresh vibes. And I'm just getting a lot of serotonin boost this morning. So I hope you guys are enjoying this big box plant shopping tour. Look at this Manjula pothos right here. Smile to the camera, right? I love it. This one is for $29.98. And you know, with the Manjula pothos, it is one of those plants that, even though it's a pothos plant, for some reason it's still quite expensive, but I'm glad that it's readily available. And then what else do we have here? So you can just see that they've got several plants right over here. We got a philodendron Belitier again. This one is gorgeous for $29.98. So if you're looking to go Christmas shopping, if you're looking to get houseplants as a Christmas gift, you definitely need to be shopping at Home Depot. If you're looking for plants, like this one right here is really a stunner. This is a philodendron orange Gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that right there. I really love the look of the yellow on this leaves. And again, you know, this was the Proven Winners houseplant of the year. And then we also have a Alocasia bisma. Look at the Alocasia bisma right here. So as far as Proven Winners Leaf Joy, again, it's one of those things where you can go shopping at a big box store like Home Depot and see more plants. Like we can see this right here. I was just showing you this. This is the Monstera Gilded Glory, which I believe is a Monstera Letriana, and this one is for $19.98. So really good vibes right over here. And then you can just see there's several different Proven Winners littles. These are the ones that are value added. This one is for $5.98. You've got a Syndapsis Sage and Cream. I really love the look at this one as well. So if you're into Syndapsis, you can definitely do that. But I am going to give you some more detailed pickups, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick up some more of the plants that I believe are really good value. $5.98. This is a Fittonia Dispatch. Look at how red this is. I mean, isn't it stunning? It is stunning. Let me know in the comment section what you think. And then they also have more plants right over here. So this is a lighter pink variety. This one is a Fittonia Zalm Ruby Lime by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. Zalm Ruby Lime. What do y'all think of this right here? I love it, and I'm actually enjoying it. So story time. So there was another Home Depot employee that was actually watering the plants, and I had to kind of stop filming because I get a little bit nervous because I really don't want to like have somebody say stop filming. So I'm doing my very best, plant foldies, to film some quality content. But as you can see right here, Fittonia Prime Time. Look at that right there. Absolutely stunning. And the thing about it is, Proven Winners, excuse me, I'm still getting over being sick. Look at this. Hoya Sea Stones. Love this. And then you can see we have a Hoya a drift. A drift, $5.98. This one is a little sun stressed, you can see right there. And what else do we have? Oh, one of my favorites, another pothos. Epipremnum Golden Glen. Isn't that stunning? $19.98. So as far as like Proven Winners Leaf Joy, if you are looking for their new releases, it looks like they are coming with a lot of heat. I mean, look at this right here. Epipremnum Aureum Golden Glen, which actually is known as the Neon Queen Pothos. Again, I absolutely love this. And, you know, as far as the care tips, again, for this particular plant, it's super easy. So when you're thinking about like a Christmas plant, a Christmas shopping gift, I would recommend a pothos plant like the Golden Glen. It does need quite a bit of bright indirect light for it to maintain its coloration. And then also the Manjula Pothos that we're looking at right over here is another easy care plant that I would recommend. The variegation is amazing. So here's the thing about Proven Winners Leaf Joy. Again, they make things a little bit more cost effective. And I think that that's the reason why I like to go big box or plant shopping. You can see right here, this is the, I can't really pronounce this one, but this is another Hoya. So for the Hoya heads, for those that love Hoyas, this is definitely available for you. You know, and that's what makes this shopping experience fun. And then this is the Philodendron Octoboense. Look at this. I'm gonna try to pick it up. Massive, right? I am just so excited. Look at how massive this is. Proven Winners Leaf Joy has really outdone themselves. I can't believe that we found so many amazing plants. And, you know, I think some of my top picks would definitely be this Kura Kura Piper. Like, this is amazing. I've never really seen it. Please, in the comment section, leave a care tip on it. And obviously, the Aglaonema Pink Siam, that is definitely a need. It is a need today. Say it with me, a need today. And plant foldies, I just am really happy. So as far as like even this week, it's just been super hectic. And so I'm just glad that I am able to go big box store plant shopping here. You can see that they've got several other plants right over here. We've got some of these that are growing in hydroponics, and then behind me you can see how full this amazing place is. So as far as the actual shop, I would just go ahead and just walk around and pick up some more plants. You can see right over here we've got several, and it looks like it's just been freshly watered because there was an employee and I really wasn't trying to bug him. And you can just see even more plants right over here. One plant I did also want to show you is this Anthurium right here for $18.98. Look at how gorgeous this Anthurium, freshly watered. So you can tell that this Home Depot does take care of their plants, and I am just loving this right here. I do want to ask the plant foldies, what other content do you want to see? I know that I've been showing my face a lot, and as far as just, you know, the vibes that I'm having lately, I am just really happy to be able to recharge, refresh, and show you gorgeous plants. Like this one right here is by Vigoro Plants, $14.98. Look at how massive this Aglaonema Silver Bay is. I do apologize if the audio isn't the best. I am trying to raise some funds to get me a specific microphone so I can give you better audio, since now I am doing live videos as I am showing you these plants right over here. But you can see that as far as what's behind me, super full plant. Another plant I was going to show you is this right here. So this is a spider plant, $19.98. This is actually pet friendly. Look at how massive this is. So it's non-toxic to pets. So like for me, I have you know, gorgeous little hens that I've been raising. They've actually been laying consistently for me, which is a really good thing, especially in the winter. So it is a learning process for me. You know, easy care plants that I also want to recommend are these right here. This is a Sansevieria. Really love this one, $7.98. So this is another recommendation for gifts, I think. And then as far as what else do we have here, we have some terrariums. So if you can see right here, we've got some terrariums right over here, plant foldies. Look at that. Really like that as well. You know, that's the thing about Proven Winners. This one's for $19.98. Proven Winners Leaf Joy, they have a bunch of plants that are growing hydroponically. So I'm gonna show you this. This is an aglaonema in a globe, growing hydroponically. Hopefully the light's looking really good. This one is for $19.98. Really cool little gift that you can give. I would recommend that particular plant. And then if you even see right over here, they've got Elcon Lake. This is what it's called, the H2O bowl Elcon Lake. $19.98, that's a pothos plant. So really enjoying that as well. As we look at some more of these Proven Winner Leaf Joy plants at this Home Depot out in Garland, Texas, it definitely has made my my journey, my drive down here well worth it, just because I am seeing such healthy looking plants, so many selections, so many great Christmas present ideas for the holiday season. So if you are on a budget, if you are looking to be a little bit more, I guess, strategic about what type of plant you're wanting to buy, either for yourself as a Christmas present, which is not a bad idea, or even just giving somebody a Christmas present in the form of a house plant. Consider even these Proven Winner Leaf Joy Littles, Proven Winner Leaf Joy H2O bowls. These are super cute. They are a little bit more unique. I mean, you can see right here, we've got an aglaonema pink Valentine, or Valentine, however you want to call it. This one is for $19.98. But when you think about it, all this plant needs to do is live in water. You don't have to worry about watering it. Now, providing it with more bright indirect light is definitely key for its success. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a couple more plants. And can you believe we've got another Hydra Helix? This one is part of the trial collection, and it is going to put you through some trials and tribulations growing in English ivy indoors. Now, as far as this plant right here, if you grow it outdoors, it is definitely going to grow very easily. For some reason, it is a very much so invasive plant. When grown outdoors, I would not recommend growing it in the landscape because it will take over your yard. It will crawl up your walls, and it's just a very challenging plant to take care of or get rid of. This one right here is a Tradescantia that is a little bit of a different one right here. This one is actually unique and brand new. This is again by Proven Winners Leaf Joy Littles. This one has a white ceramic planter with a matte glaze, which I prefer. As far as my home decorating aesthetics, I really like minimalistic planters. This one has some beautiful purple undertones. $9.98 is what it is being sold for. So if you want to buy this, Tradescantia actually are easy plants as well. I would even recommend that as a house plant for yourself, or even as a Christmas gift. And you can see right over here, Tradescantia Feeling Flirty. This is the traditional pinkish tone, a smaller version of the Tradescantia Nanook. Leaf Joy plants. They've really outdone themselves this year. I would even say from filming and going shopping at Home Depots looking for proven winner plants, they've actually produced quite a bit of unique looking releases for plants such as philodendron, some monsteras, ficus. They've even got some unique pothos that have made it. And then they also have classic plants like this, $9.97. This one is a spider plant, which is actually pet friendly. So if you are raising pets such as a furry friend, or for me, some backyard chickens, this one is not toxic. They can actually consume it and it will not send them to pet heaven. This is another easy to care for plant, and this one is one I would recommend as well as a budget friendly Christmas present if you're going to give houseplants as a Christmas gift this holiday season. We also have a fern right here for $9.97. I am just going to continue to pick up a couple more plants, and then we're going to round out today's shopping video. I don't know if seeing these proven winner Leaf Joy plants makes you inspired to go shopping, makes you inspired to gift somebody a house plant this holiday season. It definitely makes me want to get some of these plants and actually give the house plant gift to somebody that may not necessarily grow plants. For instance, this one right here is a Epipremnum aureum neon queen pothos, also known as the Golden Glen by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. Beautiful plant, $19.98. Love the variegation. Very easy plant to care for. And then we have a bunch of Hoya sea stones here. And these ones right here actually have beautiful coloration. If you sun stress it, you're going to get more of the peaches and pink tone for this particular Hoya. Here is another Hydra helix. This one is the Hedera luzii. What an interesting English ivy, because if you look at the variegation, it almost reminds me of like a Syngonium mojito. That green on green minty variegation is pretty. Unfortunately, even though it is only for $9.97, this is not an English ivy I would recommend adding as a Christmas gift to somebody, because it is definitely very challenging to grow unless I am just doing something that doesn't really give the type of care it needs. I will shout out Leap for actually having a beautiful Hedera helix that was posted on the YouTube community tab. So if you are exploring my YouTube channel, you can post pictures of your plants, ask questions, and interact with the community under the community tab of my YouTube page. So as I round out today's shopping video, you can see we've got some holiday themed plants. We got some amaryllis, and then we just have a couple more Proven Winner Leaf Joy plants. This one again is for $9.97. This is a Hoya sea stones. Any of these $9.97 Proven Winners littles in these ceramic planters will pretty much make great Christmas present gifts. And lastly, I'm going to show you some beautiful Anthurium hybrids. This is one that I ended up buying at some point. This is $29.97. It's growing hydroponically. And I'm going to feature that one Anthurium that I bought at the very end of the video. But you can see if you're looking for Anthurium hybrids, they are now available at big box stores. And if you are wanting to gift somebody an Anthurium this holiday season, you can buy one through Proven Winners Leaf Joy at Home Depot. And then you can see right here another beautiful Aglaonema. Not sure what this variety it is, but it is growing hydroponically, so the roots are already growing very well in just water, which makes it very much a low maintenance plant. Just make sure you are providing it with quite a bit of bright indirect light and even plant nutrients to put in the water so it will grow its best life. You can see over here we do have another Anthurium hybrid. And I actually have two of these. I actually was able to find a variegated Anthurium hybrid at another Home Depot, and I ended up just getting one at a previous Home Depot. Again, I will feature it at the very end, but as always, plant foldies, please consider pressing the join button for my YouTube membership tier. It is only for $3.99. You will get access to my lifestyle blogs, which I will be posting more regularly on a weekly basis, and additional channel perks, discounts for any future products I will be selling, as well as consider joining my YouTube subscription. Just make sure that you are pressing the subscribe button with all the notification bell on. My name is Richie at Grow Folds. You can see that this is the Anthurium hybrid, the Burning Heart's Desire by Proven Winners Leaf Joy. What beautiful silver foliage it has. It is only for $29.98. Definitely a Christmas present for myself. I will have more brand new content throughout the week, so stay tuned for that. If you are seeing videos pop up on the screen, go ahead and start watching those videos. Those are some of the videos I would recommend either watching now or even hashtag team replaying it, but press the button for those videos that are popping up on the screen. Join my YouTube membership tier, press the like button, leave some comments. It has been quite a bit of a fun shopping excursion today, and I definitely wanted to share some of my insights, my plant care tips, some of the recommendations I would just have for anybody that wants to just grow houseplants. Again, my name is Richie at Grow Folds. I will see you on the next one. Thanks again, and bye.